What's going on, everybody? This is Greg Doss, aka DJ Squid, and I'm brought to you by the Man Mindset and the manmindset.com, and of course gregdoss.com. And I have to touch on this subject of slogans and why they make me sick. I posted on Twitter, and I guess I should do this Twitter stuff a little bit more often. I'm not that well versed, not that familiar with it, so I tried it. But I stated essentially that listening to people use slogans is like listening to a parrot, a bunch of words with no conscious thought. And I was somewhere, actually I was in a hospital the other day, and I heard somebody tell me something about the independent and the single mother and how they're doing whatever and doing it on their own. And I thought for a second, and I was looking at them thinking, they said that and parroted or trumpeted something that somebody had said to them. But I wonder did they give it much thought. I want everybody out there who wants to jump on me, and by the way, you can find me every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Man Mindset. Go to manmindset.com or go to gregdoss.com and click the link above the mic. And I want everybody to ask themselves and be honest about it. And I don't need any cognitive dissonance, meaning that holding on to your core values is more important than looking at the evidence in front of you. And despite the fact that the evidence disputes and refutes what you believe, you hold on to your core belief. I want you to think about this. Where over the last 30 years have you seen an exponential rise in the benefit from people just, and particularly women, bringing kids into the world that don't have a willing co-parent? It's easy to sit here and say, well, let's go with this. He should have thought about that before he laid down. So, he should have thought about it before he laid down. He should have thought about the fact that you were willing to give up your guts or your ass before he laid on top of you. Now, granted, we can talk about the dual responsibility, but how many people take to the child and say, hey, listen, he should have thought about that before he laid down. That's why you're here. Because he didn't think about it. But I'm going to bring you into a world fully aware that I like the necessary social, psychological, and financial means to care for you. But I did it anyway because this is out of love and you're a blessing. Another one of those slogans. Children are blessings. Really. So if he's a behavioral issue, if he or she doesn't listen to you, or if he or she grows up to be some sort of social miscreant, is that a blessing? Maybe somebody needs to redefine blessing to me. I was talking to somebody today who happens to be a school teacher, and she told me essentially that she's about tired of being a school teacher. And I said, well, why? It's a rewarding profession, which sounds like a slogan, and you help shape our future, another slogan, and the children need you, another slogan. Well, maybe not. It may be a slogan, but it may be true to some degree. But, well, she said, well, the children are like this, which generally is not good. Many of them come to school ill-prepared. Many of them come to school needing medicine and knowing that they need medicine, and they're probably parroting something that their moms told them. I'd like to know how many guys actually are for giving children these these mood-altering medicines or what have you. So she said she's pretty much tired of it, and I said, well, okay. And I wanted to remind her that I told you a long time ago that you're going to get this kind of child when you put together, and more often than not, one selfish people having children who essentially have children for the sake of their own benefit, and then they, in order to justify it, use some myriad of slogans. If she's doing it for herself, a real man would. Well, did you even seek a real man? A parrot could say that. Well, real man would. Well, hell, a real man would do what? In fact, who should have determined who the real man was as it related to you? And so, let's get back to the slogan thing. I hear so many slogans that are mired in some sort of scripture or based on scripture. Highly favored, truly blessed. He's not finished working with me. He's gonna find a way to do whatever. The list goes on and on. My question would be, well, how's that working? And again, a parrot could mimic and do all those other things, essentially sounding like it's mocking. How has it played its way out? For this to be a country of, just put it in, just pray about it and he'll take care of it. How has that worked in a realistic sense? I'm just asking the question. Don't get mad at me. I mean, I don't make the rules. I tend to try to read them, I'm sure. But the question still comes down to what was your role in it and how is it playing out? Again, slogans are essentially a bunch of talk with no conscious thought. And by the way, every movement needs a good slogan. In fact, that's what pushes the movement. A slogan. Change we can believe in. Upward hope, or whatever slogan you can come up with. But when you put the slogan to the test of functionability or fruition, the slogan tends to go away. Have you ever wondered why? Anyway, people, check me out if you have anything that you want to say in order to I guess, formulate some sort of debate. This is just one of those things that just have gotten next to me to the point where I can't stand it anymore. I think the next time I hear a slogan about the greatness thereof, slogans, I'm probably going to lose my mind, and I don't know, I'll probably say something that's going to make me the bad guy. Again, you can find me every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Man Mindset and GregDoss.com. And if you want to debate, make sure you go ahead and come on into the show. And you can actually call the show at 347-838-8420, 347-838-8420. And listen, people, is always imparting. It's not about right or wrong. More importantly, it's about clarity. And you'll never reach resolution if you're not willing to engage in honest dialogue, even if that dialogue is with yourself. Take time to hug the person you love and love the person you hug. I'm Greg Doss, DJ Squid, saying peace and chicken grease. I'm out.